Hi all, it's Alex. My pronouns are they, them, and it is officially 3 more sleeps until my top surgery, which I guess at the time you're seeing this on Tuesday, it'll be 2 more sleeps until my top surgery this Thursday with Dr. Corey Agarwal in Salt Lake City. And as I'm prepping and getting my house all cleaned up and ready to go, I really wanted to make a video highlighting some of the things that I am using, that I got to get ready for top surgery. So this is really in thanks to many of the great top surgery supply videos that I've seen on YouTube. So I borrowed a lot from these videos, and I'll be linking some in the cards up and in the description below. But I also wanted to include kind of my own spin on things, and I hope that this will be helpful to you. I am going to kind of group these things because otherwise it gets kind of overwhelming. So let's start with medication. So obviously you're going to check with your surgeon, or your surgeon's office will check with you to make sure that you're only taking medications that are safe before surgery to take. And then they will also prescribe you some things. So the things that they prescribed is obviously opioid painkillers. Yay. We'll see how that goes. I've actually never really been on heavy painkillers, so that's going to be a new experience. They also prescribe typically an anti-nausea med, just in case of nausea related to anesthesia. Which again, I don't really know how that's going to affect me since this is my first ever surgery. And then the super sexy kind, they did prescribe a stool softener, which is great and all, but apparently, yeah, you get really blocked. So, and I still eat mostly vegetarian, but still don't want to deal with that. So yeah, definitely taking those. Some other things that I got that people recommended to me. First off, a lot of people, especially those who've seen Dr. Garamoni for the top surgery, recommend bromelain, which is essentially pineapple enzyme that's helpful for swelling and inflammation, as well as arnica. I got these little guys. Yeah, if you can see that. So that's for post-surgery swelling, inflammation, that type of stuff. So I'll be taking that. Again, check with your surgeon though, let them know what supplements you're taking, just so that they can clear you and make sure that there aren't any other concerns. I also got Benadryl because apparently this is going to be a really itchy situation, since you're going to have the post-op binder that's constricting everything, and yeah, post-op itchiness is definitely going to be a thing. I have a lot of tattoos, so that's usually the worst thing for me. Isn't so much the pain that I can tolerate, but the itchiness. That is, for me personally, kind of the worst thing ever. So there's that. I'm currently taking multivitamins. I take this gummy kind, which works well, but also extra vitamin C, whether that's through pills or other supplements, do that. One of the things that I got, because a lot of people recommended drinking a lot of Gatorade post-op. I'm not a huge fan of super sugary stuff, so what I got are these, they're called Noon tablets, and this one has an immune system booster in it, basically just extra vitamin C. Figure right now, in times of the Rona, can't go wrong with that. By the way, that's also one thing that I did specifically today, was getting my COVID-19 test done via drive-through. Yeah, that's an experience. So that's something that my nasal cavities have now experienced, but honestly it wasn't too bad. The woman who administered it was actually super friendly and honestly super cheerful for someone completely covered in PPE and face shield and everything. It's just all got a very apocalyptic vibe. But yeah, that test needs to be done 2 to 3 days before surgery to make sure that you're cleared to have surgery safely in these pandemic times. So that's done. Now I'm just waiting for my results, and I'm also doing what they encouraged me to do, like hard quarantining, which honestly I've already been doing because I'm a person who doesn't have the best immune system, and so I haven't been taking any risks. So I am exiled for the good of the realm, so to speak. Okay, other medical stuff. And some of this I got preemptively, but I know that eventually I will need to do my own like wound dressings and stuff. So I already got some gauze pads, as well as alcohol prep pads. I don't know if I would necessarily need these, but because I also do testosterone injections, they seemed helpful to get, especially because this kind of stuff right now is kind of hard to get because of the times that we live in, which brings me to the other thing that I actually got via donation is vinyl gloves. I think these are vinyl. Oh, nitrile, yeah. And a teacher friend of mine actually had these and donated them to me because I legitimately couldn't find any, and you usually need some sort of gloves to change drains, and obviously like medical grade is better. I'm kind of planning to donate the rest of them to whoever else needs it next, so this is going to be kind of like the traveling box of essential supplies. I also got some paper tape for later on for changing bandages. Again, this kind seemed helpful because I don't know yet how my skin is going to interact with adhesive. As far as I know, I don't have any allergies toward that, but better safe than sorry. And then I also got some Aquaphor because some people recommended that, or antibiotic ointment. I'll probably also get bacitracin because that's usually, like Aquaphor is what I use on tattoos. That's usually what works for me. So combination of that, and I'll obviously also check with my surgeon to see what they're recommending. But that's not, as far as I know, until my post-op appointment, which is actually already scheduled for next Wednesday. So they'll go over that with me. And then I preemptively got some things that people recommended for scar care, which again will not be for a few weeks until incisions are healed and the stair strips will come off. But the two things that I got is bio oil, just for daily scar massage. That's supposed to help with that and just give elasticity and make sure that muscles aren't attaching in weird ways. And then the one thing that people recommended instead of scar strips is this Sika tape. That is basically this long silicone tape that's like on a spool, and you cut off however much you need, and I think you can even cut it in half because it's going to be pretty wide, and then just put it on your incisions where it needs to go and wear for a couple of days until it's nasty before you have to replace it. That's one product that people usually recommended. By the way, I'm going to go through and link all of the products that I can down in the description, so check out those links. I'll probably mostly use Amazon links just for accessibility reasons, but see wherever you can get them. Okay, so that is medical stuff. As for hygiene things, because obviously the big thing is you cannot shower for a full week or until your drains come out, which honestly could be longer than a week depending. I have quite a bit of tissue, so they told me that like we might be taking them out on the 10th during your post-op appointment. We might not, depending on how that goes. And since I have some extra risk factors with blood clotting and bleeding and stuff like that, we want to make sure that we're not taking any chances on that. So hopefully I only have to not shower for a week. But in order to help with that, some things that people recommended were any sort of body wipes, baby wipes type things. These are fragrance free, so they're not going to give me any allergy issues, which I don't have anyway. I got these Summer's Eve wipes for downstairs maintenance because you don't want to smell And then I also, because I just like to be over prepared, got face wipes as well, because yeah, tea makes the face oily and you gotta wash it, and I don't know how mobile my arms are going to be, so cloths seem to be the best option. Speaking of arm mobility, I already use like a battery powered toothbrush, but something like this, like just like a $6 battery powered toothbrush definitely helps a lot. I just got a new one because mine needed to be replaced anyway, but that should make it easier. And then a lot of people recommended getting spray deodorant rather than a stick, because again, you're not going to be able to do this. So I'm going to kind of see where my incisions are and how my bandages are. I should be able to use deodorant, I really hope so. And have my wife just help me like spray it on. And then the final thing I got, like kind of as a just in case, because honestly I don't have that much hair, but dry shampoo to just help with that. That's a kind of just in case purchase. Okay, so going into clothing, this was actually part of my pre-op instructions, but that just kind of makes sense that you're gonna want to wear loose clothing, so sweatpants, Yuri on Ice sweatpants, which are going to be my hospital attire, to just kind of like pull on and off. They also recommended like just generally, like it's getting pretty hot, so I got some shorts. These ones are just the most me shorts ever, so I had to have them. So yeah, drawstring shorts, things like that. I got a couple of sleeveless hoodies, again, because it's kind of getting warm, and I like button-ups, but this also seemed really handy because it has pockets. I seriously don't buy anything that doesn't have pockets anymore, but anything like that. Obviously, I got some really oversized button-ups, and you really want to get them a few sizes too big. Like this one is ginormous on me, but it just makes it that I don't really have to worry about it being tight or snagging on anything, or feeling like it'll totally like expose my drains or anything. So if I have to leave the house, I can just throw that on and go. So that's it for clothing. Oh yeah, and slip-on shoes. So I'm gonna be a Birkenstock/Vans person, which honestly is already my normal, but these I can just slip on without even bending over, so that's going to be helpful. In terms of pillows, what people kept recommending, since you have to sleep on your back, is a neck pillow. So you can just wear this like this and just kind of pretend you're sleeping sideways, because I'm a side sleeper, and honestly that's going to be difficult for me. Like I already know getting like regular sleep is hard for me when something's going on, and sleeping on my back is really tricky. But yeah, I got this like memory foam neck pillow that was super affordable, so that was cool. Then they also said to bring a pillow with you for when you come home from the hospital. So I have a unicorn pillow pet, because of course I do. Seriously, I'm an adult, you all. But I kind of like it because it goes under my knees if I'm sleeping on my back, but I also can use it like when I'm in the car, because you can just seat belt over that and it doesn't touch your incisions. Some people recommend like a seat belt pillow, but I figured something like this should work. I have a smaller kind of lumbar pillow that I might use as a seatbelt pillow if I'm driving myself, so that it's not as cumbersome, but this should work. And his name is Meatball, because he's a very chunky unicorn, and that's adorable. And something else that actually a friend gave me is something that people recommended, is a body, or like, these are also called maternity pillows, which really, they're just this giant pillow. Like I can't even get it all in the frame, but it basically can be wrapped around you. Like this part can be detached, so you can kind of make sort of like a nest around yourself. Again, people use them for pregnancies or for surgery recovery because it just allows you to bend them however you need. Some people also recommend a mastectomy pillow, but since I have this, I kind of feel like that's going to be easier. And I also have just a regular long body pillow that I might like just wrap around myself while I'm doing things, just to make sure that nothing gets on my incisions, and hopefully my cats will play along too. Here's hoping. Yeah, so that's pillows, etc. A couple of other things that I got that people highly recommended to me just because it'll make life so much easier is this sort of apron thing. Like, this is an official like drain pouch, but basically it's like an apron that you can tie around yourself. It's like a belt, and it has 2 pockets. You could also like easily make this yourself. I just don't have access to a sewing machine, but this way you can keep your drains separated or carry anything else you need with you, and keep them out of the way. So either that, or you can clip them. Usually your surgeon will clip them to your binder, but I feel like sometimes that might get tricky. Like, I kind of am worried about snagging them on something, so putting them out of the way safely just seems like a really good idea. Some other people also recommend lanyards for this because you can just dangle them from your lanyard in front of you. I have one of those just in case, but that's kind of my backup if I don't like this pouch thing. Also, speaking of itchiness, get a back scratcher. So this one's telescopic, so I don't have to like, because you can't do that. So you want something to reach with. Also, I figure this is a good like reachy tool if I need it for whatever reason, because it extends. So that should work. The other thing I got is the longest phone cord ever. Like, this thing is, I think, 12 foot. This is a 12-foot iPhone cord. So this will help just making sure that my devices are charged. I'm that kind of nerd. I need my phone and my iPad and stuff, so I'll plug that in. But I'll also probably just set up my couch bedside in a way that I have a bunch of things in a box and a power strip so that my normal charging cables can also reach. But this just seems to add like extra mobility, so kind of went for that because why not? And then a last miscellaneous thing that I got is this like hospital style mug, which has these reusable bendy straws. I haven't set this up yet, but basically this makes it so that you can drink things and it's not heavy. I usually use hydro flasks, and those, honestly, I won't be able to lift them. And you want a bendy straw rather than a stiff straw, because that way you have to maneuver it less, and you can also just not pick it up at all. Like, it doesn't necessarily need to be picked up. But yeah, just this holds like a liter. It'll probably feature some stickers, because I have Yuri on Ice stickers lying around, so that's happening. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my supply list. I am planning on binging a lot of Switch games. I have this, but we also have a docked version, because honestly, I'm kind of like anticipating holding my arms up a lot will be pretty exhausting. So again, having like a pillow that you can have in front of you, or a lap desk, or both could be really helpful. I also read a lot, like the Kindle's super light. My iPad is super light, so all of these things don't add a lot of weight and make sure that I can still do what I need to do. So yeah, so that's my list of all the supplies, all the things that I feel like I will need. I might do an update on like how useful these things actually were in the end, but if any of you have any recommendations of things I forgot. I haven't really talked about food yet, but a lot of people recommended protein shakes and like high protein nutrition. Some friends kindly sent me some, so that was awesome. I definitely got some protein bars and things like that. But that's probably something that I'll go more into post-surgery, because again, I don't know how my body is going to react to anesthesia and all of these things. I've never done this, so fun times. Yeah, anyway, let me know in the comments if there's anything I forgot or anything you have questions on. Also, what I would love, because I love to binge watch TV shows, tell me your favorite Netflix or Hulu show to binge watch. I love stuff like animated stuff, like the new She-Ra on Netflix is absolutely delightful. I also like serious stuff like The Handmaid's Tale. I'll probably finally watch all of Steven Universe because I still haven't made it past the first season, so I'm going to rectify that. I'm currently trying to catch up on all of the CW DC superhero shows, so The Flash, Green Arrow, like that kind of stuff. And obviously, if anything is queer at all, I want to see it. So anyway, leave me your suggestions down in the comments. Remember to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you would like more content like this. And I will see you on Thursday, June 4th. I will very likely document my top surgery pre-stuff and impressions on my Instagram and my Twitter, so check that out at AlexHarrowSFF. And yeah, I will see you on Thursday.